The Dark Knight Rises is a compelling film that relies on powerful historical and contemporary themes that strongly resonate within audiences. Bane, the film's antagonist, concocts a devious plan of revenge against Batman. He first identifies legitimate class differences between the rich and poor in fictional Gotham City, and then exploits this inequality to bring about a violent revolution. Of course, this is just a diversion to disguise his true purpose, that of destroying the city with a neutron bomb. More than a mere superhero movie, The Dark Knight Rises contains serious themes underscored by sociological concepts worthy of deeper study. When viewing the movie through our sociological lens, we perceive several concepts in the film's themes that play upon pre-existing anxieties about social inequality in Western society, particularly as they parallel historical events that were motivated by the same type of class conflict illustrated in the film. The sociological concept of conflict theory, first proposed by Karl Marx in the 19th century, provides insight into the events depicted in this film. Conflict theory has been central to illuminating some of the most tumultuous upheavals in history by examining the relationship between the bourgeoisie, privileged, powerful, and rich, and those they exploit, the disadvantaged, or working class, or proletariat. According to this theory, the privileged groups will seek to maintain their advantages, while the disadvantaged will seek to increase theirs. In doing so, the poor may become aware of their exploitation, a concept Marx called class consciousness. When this occurs, it can lead to radical change, including violent revolution. In the film, Gotham seems composed of just two classes, the working poor and the powerful rich. It is made clear from the outset that the rich are motivated only by the desire for increased status and power, and have become completely detached from the status of the poor.
You understand only money and the power you think it buys.
The implication is clear. The rich of Gotham obtained their privilege and status by exploiting others.
It's a stock exchange. There's no money you could steal.
Really? And why are you people here?
The poor of Gotham, oppressed for so long, can sense that change is coming, and that it will only take a spark to ignite the fire. Thus, the stage is set for Marx's class consciousness.
You think all this can last? There's a storm coming, Mr. Wayne. You and your friends better batten down the hatches, because when it hits, you're all gonna wonder how you ever thought you could live so large and leave so little for the rest of us.
Similar levels of social inequality and corruption in 18th century France are believed to have been major contributors to the French Revolution, which began with the tennis court oath, where leaders took an oath to overthrow Louis XIV. In the film, Bane swears a similar oath before a packed football stadium.
Gotham! Take control! Take control of your city!
Despite using terrorist tactics, Bane champions social inequality and uses this as a means to ignite the revolt by telling the marginalized that their oppression is over. He invites them to take part in the restoration of social equality.
Now we come here not as conquerors, but as liberators to return control of this city to the people.
The striking parallels to the French Revolution continue throughout the film. The brutal treatment of the rich by the poor, the replacement of a corrupt government with one that is equally corrupt, rigged trials, and the execution of those previously in power. Likewise, Bane's storming of Blackgate Prison mirrored the historical storming of the Bastille. Curiously, the newly empowered poor soon begin to demonstrate the same corruption they had recently suffered under. Like so many historical revolutions explained by conflict theory, the uprising depicted here brings no release from injustice. The power simply changes hands. In Gotham City, it would seem that Acton's aphorism is alive and well. It is easy to identify the concepts of bourgeoisie versus proletariat in both the film and in history. The French Revolution is the obvious parallel to the events in The Dark Knight Rises. However, the film resonates with the audience today because of our contemporary anxieties over inequality between a perceived elite class and the rest of society. Indeed, the Occupy movement and anti-globalization protests over the previous few years reflect the growing dissatisfaction people are feeling with the extremes of social stratification that have characterized the first decade of the 21st century. Like the citizens of Gotham, a storm seems to be coming in Western society. Anger towards the so-called 1% seems to be growing as the 99% experience a new class consciousness. However, unlike the citizens of Gotham, we can use the insight sociology provides to seek a solution that won't exchange one form of class struggle for another.